I'm here with Hadi after a pretty close game against the Dallas Fuel. Probably your toughest opponent this stage. Made it close.
Yes.
Overall, great stage. Qualified against the odds of the tournament system into Hawaii. But let's start out like, how did this match go in your mind? What do you think the mistakes were that you guys made?
I mean, I feel like map 1, it didn't go that bad for us. We just lost like some, like, you can call it crucial fights. And we weren't like really too sad about it. We were like, yeah, it's all right. Was all right. Then map 2, of course, we were like very happy about what happened. All the C9s, we had a good matchup for us. We like It's a monkey map, so it's like not one of our Rhine maps. So we were like very happy about winning that one. Then map 3, we played the monkey mirror as well. It was kind of close. We just didn't have like the great first and second point defense. The other parts were pretty alright. And then we went to map 4 Ilios, and it was a really fun map. A lot of clutches, a lot of crazy stuff going on. If we didn't C9 ourselves on ruins, we probably win that map. Then we go to map 5 Colosseo. It's one of our best maps, so kind of unfortunate. I mean, this DC9 gives and DC9 takes, I guess. It's alright. It was a fun game. It was very competitive series, I think.
Fair enough. What do you think? Like, it's not just you guys or the Dallas Fuel. I feel like this weekend in particular, we saw one. I'm not even sure if we want to call it the C9, but the Titans
I
one.
remember that. Yeah, I remember the Vancouver one, seeing that. I was like, what is going on?
But like, why does this keep happening so often?
I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just a week of the C9s, I guess. There's no real reason for it, I think.
Right. I think like when I talked to Shockwave about this before, he said like, of course, like there's one body now less on the payload than it used to be in Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
So especially D.Va was some character that
That's
always
true.
kept the payload. But do you think it's still like not figured out in comms what's going on?
Maybe, but it really doesn't happen as much as in scrims as in these officials. I think like people pretty much got used to it, but I don't know, just the week of the C9s, just it can happen at the officials. Maybe just pressure, people wanna do something, and then they're like, oops, C9.
Just so I understand, does it happen more in scrims or more in
No, it
officials?
happens less, way less. It almost never happens in scrims, but like I think people have it like really figured out. They don't see 9 usually in scrim, but in official, I guess it's just maybe a bit of the pressure, you know?
Do you remember what led to you guys C9ing that submap?
Ah, the I don't know. We had like so much like pressure on us, not in like in the head, but like in the game. Like we were all low, we were all struggling. We're like, oh, can you touch? Can you touch? Can you touch? And then at one point, like one link fell off. You know what I mean? It's like we were pretty good at like balancing it, but then just one link fell off, and then we're like, oh, didn't know, and it's just mistake. It can happen.
For sure. Now, another thing that you rolled out again, which apparently is beyond the meme now, is Boneback, right? How did
Yeah.
that idea ever come along? How did you try this out?
It was like we we tried like not playing double flag support because it's pretty good right now, of course, Anazen, but we tried first to like not play it, play like Ana Brick, play like Lucio comms, keep forcing it, but we didn't have much success on it in scrims, so we were like, maybe we can put Jamie on Zen, and the thing is why we got the idea is because pre-season when we had to look for flag support and we needed to like still scrim while we were looking for flag support, we had to put one of our DPS on flag support just to like get practice and just to see how it's going. And we were really like pleasantly surprised when we played Jamie on Zen. Of course, he's not like a flag support player, but he had a really good performance in our scrims preseason. Then we were like, fuck it, so we just tried in scrims on Anazen and was pretty good results as well. So that's kind of the reason.
Right. Now, speaking of scrims, we know like the whole scrim thing, and we don't want to rehash that and get the moods rolling again. But we knew that there was maybe briefly a decline in quality of the scrims that you had early in the season.
Yeah.
And now that you're one of the top teams, seemingly, or at least like an above average team in North America,
Yes.
we assume like you guys get better scrims, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of good scrims against like top four teams, of course, like not including Dallas, because we have an official versus them, but against a lot of the top four, top six teams, we have like most of our scrim blocks.
Do you think it helped that Gladiators showed that they can play the Rhine comp as well? So now people want to prepare against the Rhine comp?
Um, yeah, I think lads are good on the comp. I think a lot of people were like at the start, it's just cheese comp, it can't work, whatever. Don't like prep for it. But lads, they had like really early respect for us, so they were just like, it seems good. We're losing to it and like scrims, and we can just try it. If it seems good, we just try it, and it works for them as well. So not bad. And I think a lot of people are actually like kind of adapting it. Like there's a lot of Rhine play now on Colosseo. I even saw some Rhine on an APAC. Actually, like on other maps that we don't see in NA that much.
Do you think NA is just clearly ahead of APAC in terms of Rhine play?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think APAC is like maybe in like the Rhine, they're like the smarter one of the theory. To be honest, I think they like semi-copy a lot of like our theories. Like I can kind of tell when we watch like the VODs that they're watching our VODs, which of course it's fine. But like in mechanical, I think NA region Rhines are for sure better APAC Rhines.
Now, of course, like you played most of the people that are capable of Rhine, and like you did very well diffing them at points. Do you think you could have done that last season as well if you were on better ping, or is this something about this team or your maybe you improving as a player?
I mean, I think I think yes and no. So I think I could have performed way better on Ryan last season if it didn't have ping. Like in my opinion, like Ryan, Brick, and Doomfist, they're like the three hardest heroes that you can play on ping. And when you like quote unquote known for these type of heroes, having to play them on ping, it's really difficult. Especially with like my playstyle. My playstyle playing on ping is really hard because I play a lot for mechanical stuff, and if I have really high ping, I would have to not do it, then it doesn't suit my playstyle, then I play worse, like just like a kind of snowball effect. But also, I really think like the game suits me a lot. Like Overwatch 2, less CCs, more HP, seems like cancel pin, like way more playmaking potential, and of course, I also have a really great team around me supporting me.
For sure. Who's the best Rhine you've played against so far?
I mean, who's the best Ryan? I think it is. I haven't played versus him in official, but when we played scrim, it was someone. He was the best Ryan I've played versus in scrim.
Nice. How far is Reiner away from you guys?
Reiner is good as well. Reiner is really good as well. I think someone, then Reiner, but someone. People are really good in scrims. So yeah.
Sweet. Now, of course, like against the odds, you guys qualified for Y pretty decisively as well. When
Yeah.
you guys were flying out?
We're flying out end of this week, like Thursday, Friday. Gonna fly out because there's like a few, like a day or two where you're not allowed to scrim, where you have like very limited scrim hours. So we're just flying during that time. Very excited for Hawaii. It's gonna be really fun, I think.
For sure. Are you looking forward to the experience generally being there?
Yeah. I think it's really gonna be fun. Like having a lot of people, at least like the NA people, everyone together, like meeting each other. It's gonna be a nice experience. I also think like we're really good at like pressure situations. Like our team, pretty good at pressure situation. I think LAN is gonna be, of course, it's gonna be a pressure situation. So I'm really looking forward to playing on LAN because I think it gives us one another advantage for our team personally.
What do you put that down to? That you're so good under pressure?
I think to be honest, I think it's good coaching and like Christopher, how he's like talking to us about like mental stuff, theory stuff out of game, in game, and we're like really able to keep our heads under pressure, like in any situation.
Sure. Now you already know your opening matchup. It's the Atlanta
Yeah,
Rain, which is
yeah,
poetic considering how you
it
got
is.
here. What do you
It
think
is.
that game is going to look like?
I mean, I think we're gonna roll them. I think, to be honest, they've gotten worse than before. When we played them and we won versus them, I think they were in their peak, and now they're just gotten worse. So it should be an easy matchup for us.
Is that something that you find also to be true in the scrims?
Yeah, I think so too. They really just rely on Kai killing people, and if Kai doesn't kill people, then they kind of just lose. So as long as we shut down Kai, carry, should be easy game.
Nice. How far do you think you can go?
I think we can go really far, honestly, because like I said, we're like better in like pressure situations, official situations. Like even on LAN, I'm really confident we're gonna do well. And actually, I'm really the most excited thing the biggest thing I'm excited about is playing the APAC teams, because like a lot of like Western teams, they scrim us now. They have practice. They have like reps on playing was our play style, was our way of playing. But I feel like the APAC teams are going to be lost. So I really look forward to playing the APAC teams, and I think we can go really far actually.
I mean, theoretically speaking, you could be scrimming the APAC teams from on ping based on that. Would you totally like avoid that based on your theory there?
I think so. I think so. I think if we can avoid it, it's kind of good, because the least practice people have versus us, they're like they have to play it out in their mind, and it never works out how they're playing it out in their mind. So I think it would be really nice for us.
I assume you guys have studied a lot of APAC scrims to a degree, as far as that it's
Yeah,
possible for you, just in terms of learning general theory. How do you think this region stack up this year?
I don't think APEC is that good, but I like the approach of like the comms they're playing and like the theory they're having, but I just don't think they're that good. You can like always see teams can always beat any team. It feels like it's really crazy sometimes. Sometimes teams have a good week, then next week they're looking like a completely different team. I think when you see like APAC VODs, APAC games, it's really weird sometimes. So I don't think they're as strong of a region as an A, where you have like the clear top four, top six, and then you have like the bottom teams, because it's like there's a gap, and I don't see that much of a gap in APAC except of like Guangzhou.
For sure. Do you think Seoul is the best team in APAC?
I think yes, for sure. Like in the general, in like because they're really consistently good, if you know what I mean. But like the way how Philly beat them was just like crazy individual plays, you know. But I think Seoul is for sure the best team. But sometimes you can lose if MN3 just kills everyone. You just can't do much.
Are you at all concerned that the Dragons are back?
No, I don't think they're that good this season. I'm not really concerned. It would be really fun to play against them, I think. I would look forward to that.
All right. Now, I guess as a last question, because you guys love to do predictions and also put them on your Spitfire Twitter, who do you think is the favorite to win this tournament?
Besides us, of course, because I will always vote us just for the confidence. But who should be the favorite? Let's see. Uh maybe maybe still Glads, to be honest. I really think besides us, I think we always have a good matchup versus Glads. Even the match we had like before in the kickoff clash, the 3-1 was a really close game. It could have went like either way. I think, but Glads, they're really good because they can like play more than one comp. They know where Ryan is good. They know where Ball comp is good. They know where Doom is good. They know where Monkey is good. Like their flexibility and them being able to like play all comps on the different maps always gives them the edge. So I would give them like the second tier after us. Because I think if we get a good run in Hawaii, it could be actually doable to win.
Nice. Then we wish you the best of luck with that, and thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much.